I just discovered it's 13 degrees. It's the coldest day I've had for a long time. And this is QMU art studio behind me, art gallery. I'm in QMU in northwest Auckland, where I lived up here I lived here in QMU for about 2.5 months actually. I like it up here, I quite enjoy it. If I could find a nice place to live up here and some work in the field that I want to work in, I want to bring my books to life. This is a video about the nature of what I do and what I'm doing right now in my life. This is a pretty candid video. It's going to get pretty candid. It's going to be pretty out there in regards to what I'm going to share. And not to keep the story alive in regards to spelling, casting spells, but this is what I'm actually going through at this time in my life, what I'm experiencing. And I'm really doing my best to keep my head above the water right now, in so many ways, emotionally, energetically, mentally, spiritually. I want to be fully grateful for the experiences that I've had in my life. I want to be grateful. I want to feel into the gratitude more than anything else. I want to feel that way, but there are so many forces at work that are making me, just pummeling me and smashing me down and bringing me down. And that's my perception and my experience of what I'm experiencing right now, and it's real. You know, there's so many ways that I don't have the clarity that I want in my life to actually move forward, but I'm getting clarity as my experiences that I push into in my life at the moment, as I'm being rejected. And I mean that, rejected in so many ways in my life right now. There's a rejection around a number of situations I find myself in as I'm experiencing my life, and the choices that I'm making towards manifesting. I'm really finding it interesting how, and this is my perspective of course, how I push into something in regards to manifestation and I feel into it, deeply feel into it, and like I've already got it. And when I feel that, and then I actually already pushed into the energy of that particular situation I want to manifest in my life, I've had one experience in the last 4 weeks where I've done that, and it's happened like that instantaneously. And I guess it was the nature of the energy that I pushed into that experience to bring it into my life. So the last few weeks, last month or so actually, I've been looking at bringing my books into production for TV and film in this country and further abroad. So I've been emailing, I've been looking at connecting with people on LinkedIn, etc. Talking to people who work in the film industry in this country, doing everything I possibly can to make that people have a look at least at what I'm doing, so I can actually have an in, you know, to actually making my books into TV series, movies, graphic novels, games. Look, I'm literally looking to employ people, to give people jobs, because I know that given the nature of what the situation we find ourselves in the world today, with what's going on in the United States, with the Trump administration bringing tariffs potentially for film and TV in this country, or for any country in the world that's going to bring feature films being made in these parts of the world, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Europe. If the tariffs come in, that means it's probably the end of the film industry for a little while in regards to bringing those big productions to these parts of the world. So therefore what I'm doing is trying to keep people working. I'm doing my best to bring my TV series, my books, into TV series, animated TV series, storyboarding. I'm reaching out to lots of people, and I'm not really getting back any coherence with this energy at all. And I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it for the next 3 weeks. If I don't, in 3 weeks' time, which will be the end of March, if I don't get any resolve in regards to like people want to work with me, because I literally want to employ people. I want to give people fucking jobs, man. And my work is amazing, and it translates beautifully into film, TV series. 6 seasons. I've written 6 collections of short stories, horror macabre, heartfelt inspirational short stories. There's 6 seasons of TV. I've already got the idea in my head. I've already written a LinkedIn introduction to how those TV series begin, and also a narrative through the first season of a TV series. I'm ready to start and get the ball rolling. streaming with Netflix, probably in Australia. Do I have to go to Australia to actually go to the office and knock on the door and say, hey, listen, this is what I've got, this is my vision, blah, 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 and just knock it all out to a producer and tell them this is what I want to do, this is how, and I'm going to give you all my books for nothing to look at, to read those and go like, yeah, we can make this into a TV series, amazing, TV series, movies, streaming. We'll make everything here in Australia if we have to, rather than making it in New Zealand. Which is not what I want to do, because I want to keep Kiwi people in this country fucking working, who in film, who are going to potentially, a lot of them are going to lose their jobs if the tariffs go through in the United States. If the tax rebates in the United States go through, a lot of people in this country are going to lose their jobs. I'm doing everything in my power to give the people the opportunity to keep working. But it's not me. I'm pushing my work out to people that can look at it, at least just to look at it and say, well, yeah, we can do this. We've got to get funding. Well, Netflix is in Australia, ANZ, Netflix is in Sydney. Amazon Prime is making Time Bandits. There are people in this country that could easily step up and step in and go like, let me read your work and see if it's actually doable. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to produce here? What's your vision for? Let's have it. Let's talk about it. Let's see what you're going to create. And I would easily, happily move into that place of talking through with people and create a team around me of people that shared my vision. And we work together to bring it into a reality, to keep Kiwis, keep New Zealanders working, whether it's animation, post-production, pre-production or production. Voice actors, if we're going to use animation, voice actors. Keep people working in this industry, keep people working. And look, I'm not saying that I'm the be-all to end all, I'm just saying I want to create jobs. It's the truth of it, and bring my work out into a wider audience, to the world. That's what I want to do. But I'm meeting resistance wherever I go. That's okay. I'm just saying this is what it could be timing. I've done this before. I did this 10 years ago when I first started. Well, more than 10 years ago when I first created Awful Arcade. I did this with digital marketing companies looking for avenues for production as well. And was talking to people within the industry, and they weren't interested. They weren't interested because these big productions were coming in and they had their hands full. Well, now those big productions in the United States might not be coming in anymore. So my opportunity's been presenting itself here for me to bring my stories to life. But in this industry, in this country, in any country, I guess, in the world, it's who you know, not what you know. And seeing that my books haven't been international bestsellers and people don't even know that I write. And this is one of the reasons why I make these videos in the first place, is so people get to know me as a writer, as a creator, as an author. And then buy my books and read my books and get my books into the right people's hands so that there can be some interest in creating these books and creating work, most importantly, for everyone in this film industry in this country. I've got so many friends who work in the film industry in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So many, and they would lose their jobs. Hundreds of them would lose their jobs if the tariffs come in and the film production in this country, the big film productions that are coming in from the States, and it's a big if it happens, they would lose their jobs. They'd lose their jobs, all of them, and they'd be jobless. There'd be no work coming in. Then there's no real, I haven't seen any film productions in this country. Of course, the funding isn't there for a lot of these film productions to be made into TV in this country. But streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, I've got plenty of money. I've got the ideas, the talents right here in this country. What I need to do is talk to a producer, to talk to production teams, to talk to people within this environment. And I'm doing my best to talk to them, but it's like pushing shit up a fucking hill. I mean runny shit up a hill at the moment for me. I'm struggling to keep my head above the water in so many ways right now. I've got no clarity except for this. This is my clear picture. I know where I want to go with this. I know what I want to create. I know what I want to do. I want to bring this into these books, all my books, all the novels, Entwined, United, Sanctum, all my short stories, bring them into life, bring them to life. The TV series is all in my head. I'm ready to talk to producers. I'm ready to talk to art direction. I'm ready to talk to everyone who works in film and the high echelons of the film in this country, film industry in this country, to say to them, listen, sit down with me in a meeting, let's have a talk. Let's sit down together in a meeting, let's have a talk about what we can do with this. How many jobs that we can create, how we can bring these New Zealand stories to the world. I'm doing my best to talk to these people, but a lot of these people just, I get it, we're all busy in some way. I'm not so busy so much as I am in this place of deep limbo. I'm doing my best to keep, like I said before, I'm struggling. I am literally struggling with my mental health right now, because nothing's aligning for me at all in Auckland, and it's hard. I'm really not doing that well at all. So my best friend died last year. I was with him for 4 months, watched him die, thinking that my life would open up in a way that I'd be able to find the clarity and have the energy to move into the places I want to move into. And this is my jam. I'm a writer. I also have it in my head. I have all of how this TV series would play itself out, how the movies would play themselves out, how the film production studios I want to work with, the animations, if I was animating stuff, my movies, my books into animation, which is definitely storyboarding, graphic novels, comics, everything, games. I've got it all. I can make production companies, I can make gaming companies, I can make studios, enormous amounts of fucking money if that's what you want. But for me, it's just getting my stories out to the world, making the effort, connecting with people. But that's what I want to do. My stories need to get out there, and I know that it's timing. It will happen when it's meant to happen. I got no problem with that. It's all about timing. But in the same breath, it's the moment for me, the slog. Spent 2.5 hours in the library trying to email people on LinkedIn, connect with people, but I got to be a premium member to meet some of these people and connect with them. It's ridiculous. Everything costs fucking money that I don't have right now to be spending on things like that. If I really want to spend some money, I think I'd rather spend it traveling than just take a break from life and just fuck off overseas somewhere else. And even that for me isn't a whole body fuck yes at the moment. The whole body fuck yes for me is to go into film and TV production and create jobs for New Zealanders in the film and TV industry, animation, post-production, production, pre-production. But my hands aren't tied. I'm pushing the sloppy poos up the fucking hill, hoping that at some point I can get to the top of the hill, all those big sloppy fucking runny poos, and push them on top of the hill rather than all over me. That's how it feels right now. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it's my experience. I hope that at some point, I feel in my heart at some point these stories will get told. Maybe in my lifetime, maybe when I'm gone, I'll get told. And that the value in these stories, the value in my work, I know it's value. I know what I've brought into the world is so valuable. I know what it means to bring my work into a wider expanse of people to look at. I know what it all means. I just need the help. And it's not what you know, it's who you know to get into this industry. I know so many people who talk a great talk, but just don't walk the walk. There's no integrity in their behaviour in the film industry. I'm not saying that they're bad people, it's just that they are just too busy in their own ways, in their own lives, in their own ability to hold their jobs. They just don't have the energy or time to introduce me to the people that I need to talk to in order to make things happen. So it's up to me to do that. I'm doing my very best to make everything align in Auckland. For me, it's 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks, and it's June this year. Things haven't aligned for me in the way that I want them to align. It's pretty clear to me I'll be going overseas. Where to? That'll become clearer. I've got 3 weeks. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. Mā te ua. I will see you again soon.